Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Up Close with Dr. Emory Berry Jr., Senior Pastor of the Greenforest Community Baptist Church in Decatur, Georgia. Today, I'd like to welcome super fitness instructor and personal trainer, Miss Carla Fields. Hello, Carla. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What was life like growing up?
I grew up in a household with ministers.
Okay.
So I do come from a background of ministers.
Yes.
And it was just, put in us that we had to go to church. And we went to church probably 4 out of 7 days a week.
4, okay.
4 out of 7 days. So that's pretty much what it was like. In school, I excelled.
Yes.
I liked going to school. I didn't want to miss a day of school. It was just, I don't know if I just wanted to get out of the house,
Yes,
or if I just really loved it. The subjects that I studied, I liked. I was in gymnastics.
Wow.
I liked gymnastics. I ran track. I liked that. And I graduated my junior year. I didn't have a senior year.
Oh, wow. Well, that is
finished early and then went off to college. Went to Tuskegee.
Wow. Well, that is exciting, exciting, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you know that you wanted to pursue fitness as a career, as a profession, or even as a calling?
I didn't. I have to, give the credit to my husband,
Sure,
who spotted it. And he decided, there's something about that fitness industry that I want to know about, and I need you to go and research it and figure it out for me, because he's a business person. My background is actually in corporate America.
Wow.
So I got a degree in business accounting, and I did that for 10 years. So I didn't really know that I was going to go into fitness. I just did what I thought I needed to do in order to pay the bills.
Sure.
And I was working corporate America. My husband said, why don't you, take a leave and let's just play around with this. At first, I just played around with it. And eventually, I did take a leave of absence from corporate America, and then I went full-time into fitness.
Wow, that's exciting, Carla. And so when you look at your fitness journey, from what I understand, before you were training, once upon a time, you actually competed. Is that correct?
Yeah, I actually did both at the same time. So the whole idea was to learn the industry so that we could open up a fitness center.
Sure.
That was the idea.
Wow.
It was what I had to do to be a bodybuilder.
Sure.
Then they came out with something that was more in line with what I wanted to do. I'm used to competing. I competed when I was in gymnastics.
Yes.
When I went to college, after my freshman year, I came home and ran for Miss Black Florida.
Wow.
Miss Black Palm Beach County, Miss Black Florida. I won both of those, and I went on to run for Miss Black America, and I got third runner up there. So I'm used to competing.
Sure.
So it was already in my blood, and I don't like losing. I like winning.
Like winning.
So I want to. What does it take in order to win? What do I have to do? And so the trainer said, well, this is what you got to do in order, to get on stage and really get first place. And so I did. I got first place in bodybuilding. I just wanted to be heart strong and healthy, and I really kind of just wanted to learn about the business.
Wow.
And then once I transformed my body, I was never heavy, but my body composition was different.
Sure.
So I had more body fat and less muscle, and now I have more muscle and less fat. So if I erase 5 pounds of fat and replace it with 5 pounds of muscle,
yes,
it looks smaller.
Sure.
Because muscle is smaller.
Sure.
So that's pretty much what I did. And my husband owning a hair salon, the women saw me. I used to go in there every day, help him out, do whatever he told me to do. And the women said, wow, what is she doing? She's doing something different. We want to do it too.
Wow.
So I had an instant clientele. God blessed me with an instant clientele. And I had 20 women following me to the gym, and the gym owner said, that's called personal training when you show them what you're doing. I wasn't charging, and he said, you got to charge for that, and you got to get certified. So you got a degree in business, but you got to get personal training certification. And so I went that route.
Sure.
And what I needed was more guidance. I think growing up, our kids need guidance.
Guidance.
They need guidance, they need support, they need to be told that they can do it. They don't need to be put down, they need to be lifted up.
Lifted up. We live in a day and time which is much different than most of us who are adults grew up in. Obviously, the invention of the remote control has totally changed people's sedentary lifestyle, video games. When you walk in a restaurant, you see the kids with the tablets.
Yeah.
What are some things that parents can do or what are some things that you would encourage young people to do to become more active and to become more fit?
Recently, I started doing more for my community. I feel like the community is just needing us to step out there and say, help, here's what you can do to help. We talk about, the problems with our kids. We talk about the big three, cancer and
Yes.
diabetes and heart hypertension or heart problems. But what are we actually doing about it? So I am actually starting with kids ages 14 and up.
Excellent.
And some of them are younger, some of them are about 8. And I'm working with the parent to make sure that the nutrition is in place. We have to do more in the home. It's basically vegetables,
Okay.
fruits, and protein.
And protein. Wow.
Make sure they're drinking water.
You've been fortunate and blessed. You all have 10 beautiful grandchildren. And so you are a grandmother, and I'm
I
sure
am.
somebody's watching
Right.
saying, wow, she's a grandmother with 10 grandchildren. What are some small things that maybe some exercises that a mother can do at home or a grandmother?
If you've got a kid that's just sitting there watching television and playing with the remote control, ask them if they can run in place for the commercial.
Okay.
So while the commercial is playing, just have them run.
Right. Okay.
You
Right.
could try it too
Okay.
fast.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, just run in
All
place.
right, in place.
And you just do that while the commercial is on.
Okay.
And that's going to be 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes,
And that's going to
okay.
really get the heart rate up.
Okay.
Working the legs, also working your abs.
Okay.
And then at the same time, the next commercial, you can say, okay, let's just do some punches. We're
Punches.
just going to do some,
Okay.
just like martial arts.
Martial arts,
Yeah,
okay.
just punching.
Punching,
Punch.
okay.
Punch.
Punch.
Now, if
Punch.
they've got some free weights, pick up the free weights. If not, pick up a water bottle.
Okay.
And just punch with
Just
water.
punch, okay.
Yeah, just
All
do
right,
like that,
so-
and you could do uppercuts.
Uppercuts,
Yep,
okay.
Yep, and you can do some chest work.
Chest work.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
of this is like while I'm watching television.
While you're watching television.
Yeah, but we got to get them out the door too.
Sure.
So basketball, you want to find fun stuff.
Sure.
So when I'm training the teens, first I try to put them together. Find somebody that they can work out with
Okay.
because they're competitive.
Yes.
And they do more. Okay. So in the gym, if we're doing some kind of weightlifting, that's the route I take. But if we're outdoors and I'm looking at, okay, what do you like to do? Because whatever it is you like to do, that's what you're going to do the most and
Wow.
longer. And if you go longer, you're burning more calories, you're burning off sugar. Not that most kids are okay, but then they start to get into this chubby zone. So, and that could come from, fast foods, eating fast
Okay.
foods and inactivity. So once they get, if you find out basketball, football, track, cheerleading, swimming, any of those things, or let's just go outside and just do some drills outside.
Sure.
Just to get out in the sun. So, I just encourage activity.
If you're like me, I'm going to grab my water bottles, I'm going to do my punches, I'm going to run in place, and we hope that today something was shared and said that will be beneficial for you in the days to come. Thank you again for tuning in Up Close with Dr. Berry.